They tell you they're praying for your kids, they're praying for your family.
It
but it's
depends
also
on where you
very
go, though,
weird.
doesn't it? Like if you go through
Oh no,
Brooklyn,
sure, yeah, no, of course, yeah.
Go through like the super woke, blue-haired parts of Brooklyn.
It's interesting. When we were in New York for the MSG rally, a few people saw me and flashed the Universal New York sign for "We're number one," right? So they like us even in New York City. But it's definitely weird to just not be anonymous at all anymore, right?
Yeah.
And that's taken some getting used to. I think part of it is also. Let me just give you an example. So Sunday morning, we want to go for this is the event in Madison Square Garden. We had the morning where I didn't really have anything going on. I had a couple phone calls. So we want to go for a walk with the kids in Central Park. And normally you would walk out of your hotel and walk into Central Park and hang out with your family. Now it requires, we have to notify Secret Service. And so then they have to scope out an area where they can make sure that it's going to be properly safe. And so instead of walking out our hotel room and taking a walk in Central Park, we hop in a car and show up in some random part of Central Park that's 20 blocks away. And then, of course, as soon as we get out, everybody's like, well, who the hell is this? Because there are 14-car motorcade there. So the lack of anonymity is definitely an annoyance that comes along with it. But I'm the kind of person where you just take the good with the bad. There are a lot of benefits to it. There are some downsides to it. It's what I asked for. I try not to think too much about it or complain too much about it. I just try to accept it. I think obviously if we win, which 6 days from now, I think we are going to win, I think we'll have to sort of get into more of a routine with it. My attitude thus far has been, well, it's only for a few months, so you can do anything for a few months.
Is the adjustment, is it difficult? Was it pretty easy? Did you just accept it? Like this is how life is now?
Well, you have to accept it, but it's not
Right.
easy, right? I mean, in particular for our kids, right? Like, okay, I really like to drive, and 99% of the time if we're in the car as a family, I'm driving, my wife's in the passenger seat just because I like to drive. And I think for our kids, getting used to, we're not going into our car, we're going into this black SUV, and Daddy's not driving.
Right. There's some other person there that they don't know.
Right.
Yeah.
Or, like one of the first things that happened, we're back at our house in Cincinnati the weekend after the RNC convention, and we're sitting there watching like some stupid show, Emily in Paris on Netflix or something, which, sorry, I don't mean to call that a stupid show. I actually think Emily in Paris is a masterpiece, but set that to the side, bracket that one for now. But we're watching some show on Netflix, and you see one guy walk past your window, and then you see another guy walk past your window, and it's just a Secret Service agent patrolling, just little things like that. So, you recognize that your zone of privacy is very narrow, and that takes some adjusting and getting used to. And, there are all of these small little adjustments, but by and large, honestly, like I love our Secret Service detail. Our kids are really into them.